Hello everyone, it's been quite a while since we've been back to this table here because the month of April and May is kinda quiet, but what we have today here is actually a few controllers. So this is the EasySMX M10, this is the EasySMX M5, I think, M05, yes, M05. And the reason why I have all of these things here is because ever since Genshin Impact updated to version 5.5, we finally have controller support, but within that list of supported controllers, they did explicitly mention that it only supports a handful of controllers like Xbox controller, the PS controller, and I actually have two more controllers here. This is the GameSir Cyclone T4, if I'm not wrong. Yes, and this one is the original Xbox One controller, Xbox One S, I think, with the USB-C, and this is in the I forgot what's it called, Ghost Spectre, whatever the name is. Either way, we're gonna test all of these controllers, and the reason why is because I have to show you one thing first. Well, maybe we'll go into that later, but first let's take the phone out of this EasySMX controller. I'll leave these two away here, and let's just test with this Xbox controller first. So I know this controller is super expensive and not a lot of people will have this controller because of its price, and while it is a very high quality controller, I just don't expect people to buy this controller just to play mobile games on their phones. And actually I do have a PC to play games with, but that's beside the point. So what do you do is to turn this on, hold the pairing button at the top. On the phone it just says Xbox wireless controller. So this one is the ID of the controller. The reason why this ID is important is because your input method is dependent on the controller ID. So for example, this Xbox controller is using X input, the older versions are using D input, and PlayStation controllers have their own input as well, the input method, and Nintendo Switch controllers have their input too. So I was just in Genshin Impact just now, so if we get back into the game, once we get it up like this, you can see I'm already in controller mode and everything works. So as you can see, this is my layout for the game, and this is how I play Genshin Impact on a controller. Oh, the focus, I should lock it. So yeah, so let's just do some random things in the game. Maybe do the dailies. I just want to fight. Okay, this seems good. So yeah, the original Xbox controller, definitely no issues at all, as it is one of the officially supported controllers that is named on the official Genshin website. The second controller that I want to show you guys is this one, the GameSir. So this GameSir controller is a bit more unique. So let me just switch back to this angle for a while. So as you can see, this controller is actually using the Nintendo Switch layout. How you know is because the A, B, X, Y keys are inverted. So you can see the original Xbox controller, oh my god, A, B, X, Y. So for the Switch layout, it is actually B, A, Y, X. That is Switch. The B and A are inverted, X and Y are inverted. So this controller, even though it does have such a weird thing going on, you can actually change it between multiple different modes. You can change it to, I think it's Android mode, iOS mode, Switch mode, and one more, I forgot what's it called. Was it PC mode? I can't remember. But either way, if you use it in Android mode, which is depicted by this blue LED logo here, you will be able to find another Xbox wireless controller here. Now, before I pair, this is why I'm saying that the controller ID is very important. Remember, blue color LED means that it is detected as the Xbox wireless controller. So if I hit like B and turn it on, then it changes LED color, which means it is in a different mode. What I will do is to change it back to the blue color LED. So as far as I remember, I think it's A, correct. So pairing mode again, pair. And surprisingly, as you can see here, the buttons are not inverted. This button position here, the one at the bottom, is still sprint. The X button at the top here is still jump, and this is still attack, and this button is still loot. So loot, more like action button, but you understand. So oh, this button is changing character instead. That's weird. So which button is the settings menu? I have no idea. Yeah, that is why these kind of controllers are kind of weird, I would say. You won't really know which button does what. So I don't really have any way to enter the settings menu now. I just wasted that. And as you can see, the touchscreen doesn't work if you're in controller mode. So what I will do is to enter pairing mode once more, but this time I will change it to a different mode. You know what, let's just use Nintendo mode for now. As you can see now, it's in the red color LED. It is detected as the Pro controller on the phone. So like what I mentioned earlier, if you change the mode of the controller, then it will also change the identification ID, and that is why now it is detected as the Switch Pro controller. I'm not sure what will happen if we jump into the game though. What's gonna happen to my controls? I presume this button is gonna be sprint, this button gonna be attack. No, oh no, they retain the position. Now it works. I can enter to the menu here. This button is chat. Okay, now it works properly. So remember, every controller works differently because of its firmware. For this Cyclone T4 controller, if I am using it in the Nintendo Switch Pro controller mode, then it will work flawlessly. I can change characters, I can do this, and yeah, just don't use this controller in the Xbox mode, Android mode, if you want to play Genshin Impact, which is weird. So let me just go into a fight real quick. Okay, this doesn't work. I cannot zoom in. Oh wait, does that mean I cannot use my character skill? Oh my god. Correct, I cannot use skills. This works, it's just this button doesn't work. This time we will use this mode, green color. Not sure what green color is because I don't have the user manual in front of me. So scan, it will appear as another type of controller. Yeah, this time it just appears as GameSir Cyclone Pro. What do you know? It keeps on telling me that I cannot pair the phone with this controller in this green LED mode. So whatever, I'll just go to the last mode available, which is B, this yellow color. And in yellow color mode, it just says GameSir Cyclone. Okay, so for this mode, okay, changing character works, menu button works, map works, and for this one I can zoom in and out. Okay, so this is still my sprint button, this is still my jump button, my attack, and this one is still my interact button. So okay, that is weird. For whatever reason, this controller, you need to use it in the yellow color LED mode. I don't know what mode this is to pair with your phone, and then that will work for Genshin Impact. Kind of weird because I was kind of expecting the Xbox controller mode to work, but that's not the case. So let's just go finish up this this commission. This kind of multi-mode controllers are usually the controller with the most issues when it comes to compatibility because it has so many different modes. Let me switch my team for a while. Ayo, I cannot defeat that guy. So I can only shoot. What is this auto aim? So yeah, that's how this controller will work for Genshin Impact version 5.5. So we're done with this controller. Now let's move on to these two EasySMX controllers. Now they are a lot more straightforward compared to what we had. I'll go with this controller first. Now this one is the EasySMX M05. As you can see from this name here, wow, the focus. So we already had a review for this because, as you know, Genshin Impact supported controllers on iOS devices for a very long time already, and this controller was made for that device. But now, since controller support is here on Android, I expect it to be a plug and play situation as well. So, oh, it immediately worked. As you can see, I need to zoom out. So, as you can see here, everything just works. My buttons are still the same. My A key is, this button position is sprint, attack, and then jump. This is opening this is opening chat. Okay, character switching works. And yeah, it's just a direct plug and play situation here for the EasySMX controllers, which is the same for the iPhones as well. So this controller, this kind of controller grip thing is a lot more versatile compared to the GameSir controller, and it's also more compact since you can stuff it in your pocket and only take it out when you need it. Of course, you cannot use this controller with a PC or a laptop, whatever, but you get convenience. Oh, I'm not familiar with this button layout at all. It's a bit cramped. But still, it works pretty good too. We are mostly done with this controller. If you want to check out the original review for this controller or all of the other controllers that we've shown today, this controller supports macro, I think. Yes, you can program them, and then at the back here you've got M1 and M2 keys. You can also program them to do something else. As for this controller here, you do have turbo functionality, which is good because you can make this controller become a makeshift skip button by just spamming the next key in the game. And the last controller, which is the EasySMX M10, the black one, is a more or less a similar situation as this. So as you can see, this controller practically has the same features but with a different build. And there is one thing that I need to highlight though. If you want to use a case with this kind of grip, then it's basically impossible. That is why I took out my Banks case. If you want to check this out, the video is also at the top right corner there. I love this case a lot. One good thing about this EasySMX M10 is that they have this protrusion here to keep your phone inside. So if you bend this thing, the phone won't pop off, unlike the EasySMX M05. Either way though, it's another plug and play situation here. This one is a lot more ergonomic compared to this, so I like this a lot more. Yeah, the buttons work as expected. Attack key. This one is my loot button. This one is jump. And character switching works as well. This one also works out of the box, so no problems whatsoever, which I really like compared to the GameSir controller. So, oh, I'm really not familiar with this layout button. Yeah, it works flawlessly. This controller is a bit more funkier because your M1 and M2 keys, the programmable ones, are at the top here, between these shoulder and trigger buttons, and they just work really well. Again, if you want to check out the full review for this controller, link is at the top right corner here. And this one also has the rapid fire button as well. So let me just, oh, I'm kind of rediscovering how to use this controller. So this is the original mode. When we press the X button, nothing happens. This LED stays the same. If I press once, it's still the same, but if I hold it, then it's hold to repeat. Okay, if I change it to another mode, then this one is press to repeat. Press once, then it repeats non-stop. Again, you can use this as a makeshift skip button or for Genshin Impact. Yeah, you know what? Since we're here, let me show you what's the one NPC that talks a lot. Let's take you for example. You talk a lot. So hold. There you go. Oh, I just made 4 of them. It's okay. And yeah, that's how you play Genshin Impact using controllers. Pretty straightforward, I would say. But if you're gonna use some controllers like this, which is kind of funky in a way, it supports a lot of controllers, and also it does need quite a bit of troubleshooting to find out which mode works for Genshin Impact. If you want the least hassle as possible, of course the official Xbox controller is gonna be the best. If not, then this kind of controller grips, they work as well. Both of the EasySMX ones work properly. Unfortunately, we do have the GameSir Galileo G8 with us, but it's not in this building right now, so I can't test it out, but I would presume that's not going to be an issue as well. So yeah, if you want to play Genshin Impact using these devices, go on ahead, because controller support on Genshin Impact for Android is finally here. I mean, we are like one patch late to test all of this and make this video, but hey, at least we finally got the video out. So yeah, if you like this kind of video, then do give us a like and also subscribe, share it with your friends, because controller support is much better than touchscreen. I would say that I can finally do Abyss using mobile phones, but it's only because of the controller support. If you want to ask me to use the touchscreen to do Abyss on phones, no thank you. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, then do give us a like, share this video with your friends, as what I said earlier, because they deserve to know what kind of controllers work with Android devices for Genshin Impact on Android. And yeah, do subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.